Today on Deep Dive, we're going to be looking at Marvel Comics Spider-Man number 8. There's a murderer on the loose in Canada. Can Spidey save the day? The answer lies inside. Hello everyone, my name is Devin, also known as DH Artist, and welcome back to my Deep Dive series. Today we'll be continuing Todd McFarlane's solo Spidey adventure, and if you missed my Deep Dive coverage of his previous issues, I'll link to them in the video description below. With each book you can expect their conditions to vary. Today's issue is in nice condition, so there won't be anything to detract from the awesome artwork. Now even though this can be viewed on your phone or computer, try casting it onto your TV so you can really see the detail and quality of the book. If you enjoy these types of videos and want to see more content like it, check out some of my other deep dives. I've covered issues like Showcase number 41, Iron Man number 7, Tales of Suspense number 55, and Avengers number 8, featuring the exciting first appearance of Kang the Conqueror. For a complete list of my videos, visit the organized playlists on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Spider-Man number 8 was published in March of 1991. Editor-in-chief was Tom DeFalco. Cover artist was Todd McFarlane. The story, titled Perceptions Part 1, was written, penciled, and inked by Todd McFarlane, colored by Gregory Wright, and lettered by Rick Parker. The book consists of 32 pages with a cover price of $1.75. Our adventure begins deep in the forest of British Columbia, where, paired with a recounting of the night's events from reporter Anna Brooks, we move in closer to see what's drawn the attention of flies to the base of a tree. There in the dark, partially exposed, we see a rotting corpse of a young boy as the nature disturbs his shallow grave. The flies aren't the only thing drawn by the body's scent, as the rotting corpse alerts the attention of the mythical creature known as the Wendigo. Then, slowly pulling the mutilated body out of the ground, he gently cradles the boy, before continuing through the forest. Carrying the body through the forest, the Wendigo reaches a highway that leads to a nearby town, when suddenly he's startled from behind as he sees the headlights from an oncoming car. As the car crashes into him, the beast lashes out, slashing the car and knocking it off the road. Using the chaos of the accident as cover, he disappears back into the trees, leaving the boy's body in the road. Stumbling from the wreckage is Anna Brooks, and while she doesn't know what she hit, she knows for sure it wasn't human. After discovering the boy, Anna contacted the authorities, later learning from Police Chief Inspector Cron that this wasn't the only missing child who turned up murdered. Then, spreading like wildfire, the sensational story of a Bigfoot monster on the loose causes a frenzy, drawing hunters from all around to try and capture or kill the beast. As the days went by, it seemed like everything in the forest was a target, and as the body count of mistaken animals mounted, so did the media exposure of Bigfoot hysteria. Now leaving British Columbia, we head to New York City, and we find Spider-Man interrogating a webbed-up mugger. Suspended between two buildings, Spidey questions the criminal, but he refuses to confess. So after an hour passes, Spidey's webbing dissolves, sending the thug falling into a dumpster below, knocking him out. Leaving the unconscious mugger in the trash, Spider-Man calls the authorities before swinging off into the night, headed for home. Arriving at his apartment later than expected, Pete hurries to think of an excuse to give MJ, but he's relieved to find that she's already asleep. The next morning, J. Jonah Jameson calls Pete telling him to pack his bags, because he's being sent to take photos of the Bigfoot story unfolding in Canada. A short time later, Pete and Daily Bugle reporter Melvin Gooner board a plane to Western Canada as the Bigfoot headlines continue to spread. Meanwhile, in the small town of Hope, British Columbia, we find Anna Brooks in her hotel room, continuing to report on the story, and we see that the pressure and hysteria it's caused are starting to weigh heavily on her. Paired once again with the narration of Anna's typing, we travel out into the woods and learn that another boy is missing. Continuing into the forest, we observe an animal's carcass as the Wendigo feasts upon its latest kill. Meanwhile, not far away, a police search party discovers the mutilated remains of the missing boy. Then, ordering his men to inform the parents, Inspector Cron tries to keep the news from the press for as long as he can. But in no time at all, the citizens of Hope become fearful for their lives, with most pulling their kids from school. And when night falls over the town, they lock their doors and arm themselves to the teeth. Some of the interesting advertising featured in this issue is an ad for Lucky Charms cereal. There's a fun full-page ad for Mighty Mouse Comics that pays homage to Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. There's an ad for Capri Sun, and on the back there's an ad for the Konami video game Dracula's Curse. As the media continues to sensationalize the story, Pete and Melvin check into a motel in the nearby town of Chilliwack, since everything in Hope was booked up. Pete then checks in with MJ and confirms that things are just as horrific as the papers have stated. After ending the call with MJ, Pete heads out for some fresh air and goes web-slinging as Spider-Man. Meanwhile, as rumors begin to fly about a whole race of creatures stalking the woods, we find the Wendigo out in the forest as it sleeps peacefully among the trees. Not far away, the silence of the forest is shattered by a gunshot, as a group of hunters come across a wolf stalking the area. But before they can fire on the innocent creature, something jumps them from behind, quickly knocking them out. Then, as a warning to others who'll find the unconscious hunters in the morning, the mysterious attacker leaves a single-word message carved into a nearby tree. A message that reads, "Stop." And there in the dim moonlight, we see the mysterious figure responsible for the message. It's Wolverine, and he's come to end the madness. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. If there's a particular issue or comic you'd like me to flip, drop it down in the comments section and I'll see if I can add it to my poll box. If you enjoy these types of videos, please show your support by subscribing to my channel. As always, please consider liking and feel free to share this video. And until next time, deep divers, thanks for watching.